Michael found Sarah by the river on a Tuesday morning. Her body was half in the water. Her yellow dress floated around her like dying petals. He fell to his knees. He pulled her out. Her skin was cold, too cold. He held her against his chest and screamed until his throat bled. Sarah was 17. She raised chickens behind their compound. She sang while she cooked. She called him Uncle Mike, even though he told her it made him sound old. 3 days ago, she told him she got invited to the palace, a job opportunity. She was so excited. Now she was gone. The palace doctor came. He barely looked at her body. She drowned, he said. Then he left. But Michael saw the bruises on her wrists, the marks on her neck, the terror still frozen in her eyes. This wasn't drowning. This was murder. He went to the police. They took his statement. They did nothing. He went to the palace. The guards wouldn't let him pass the gate. The prince doesn't see common people, they said. Everyone knew Prince Daniel. Everyone knew what he did. 5 girls in 2 years. Maybe more. They came to the palace for jobs, for help, for a chance at something better. They left broken, or they didn't leave at all. The king always protected his son. Always. Because Daniel was the crown prince. Because blood was everything. Michael sat at Sarah's funeral. Her mother couldn't stop crying. She kept asking why. Why her daughter? Why their family? Michael had no answers. That night, a woman knocked on his door. She wore a palace uniform. She was shaking. She handed him a phone. "Watch this," she whispered. "Then delete it. They'll kill me if they know." Michael watched. Security footage. Sarah walking into a palace room, smiling, trusting. Then Prince Daniel following her inside, locking the door. What happened next made Michael close his eyes, but he kept listening. He heard everything. When the video ended, the woman was gone. Michael sat in the darkness. His hands wouldn't stop shaking. He knew what he had to do. The throne room was full of nobles, gold decorations, silk curtains, people who never missed a meal. Michael stood at the entrance in his work clothes, dust on his shoes, grief on his face. "I need to speak to the king," he said. The guards laughed. "You need an appointment." "My niece is dead. I have evidence. The prince killed her." The laughter stopped. Whispers filled the room. The king looked down from his throne. Prince Daniel stood beside him, bored. "Let him speak," the king said. Michael walked forward. His legs felt weak. He held up the phone. "This video shows what happened to Sarah. What your son did to her." A guard took the phone, connected it to the large screen. Everyone watched. Some people gasped. Some looked away. Prince Daniel yawned. When it finished, the king stood. "This proves nothing. The girl came willingly. She was 17. Michael's voice broke. "She trusted you. She thought the palace would help her family." The prince finally spoke. "These minority girls, always causing problems, always lying for money." Something snapped in Michael's chest. All the grief, all the rage, all the years of watching them take and take and take. "Money?" Michael whispered. "You think this is about money?" He pulled the gun from his waistband. He didn't plan it. He just brought it. Just in case. In case of what? He didn't know. Until now. The guards moved. Too slow. Michael raised the gun. Prince Daniel's eyes went wide. Finally afraid. Finally understanding. "This is for Sarah," Michael said. He fired. The prince fell. Blood spread across the marble floor. Red on white, like Sarah's dress in the river. The king screamed. The guards tackled Michael. He didn't fight. He just stared at the body, at the man who killed his niece, the man who would never hurt anyone again. They dragged him away. He heard the king howling. He heard chaos erupting. He felt nothing, just empty, just done. The kingdom exploded. The minority communities rose up, decades of anger finally breaking free. They marched to the palace. They demanded justice, not just for Sarah, for all of them. The majority fought back at first. Then the stories came out. More girls, more families. even some majority families. Everyone had lost someone to the prince. Everyone had stayed quiet. Not anymore. Michael sat in his cell and waited to die. He was ready. He killed a prince. There was only one punishment for that, but at least Sarah could rest now. On the fifth day, the cell door opened. Not executioners, the elders. Behind them, a crowd, hundreds of people. The king fled, an elder said. The queen surrendered. They're asking for you. Michael didn't understand. Asking for what? To lead us. They brought him to the throne room, the same room where he killed the prince. The blood was still there, stained into the floor. They couldn't wash it out. The people filled every corner, waiting, watching. The queen stood near the empty throne. She looked older than before, broken. They want you to be king, she said quietly. They trust you. Because you did what no one else would do. Michael looked at the throne, at the crown sitting on it. He thought about Sarah, how she used to dance in the rain, how she wanted to be a teacher someday, how she never got the chance. I don't want to be king, he said. I just wanted my niece back. An old woman pushed through the crowd. Sarah's mother. She took Michael's hands. Tears ran down her face. You can't bring her back, but you can make sure no other mother loses her daughter. Michael closed his eyes, felt the weight of it, all those families, all that hope, all that pain. He sat on the throne. They placed the crowns on his head. It felt like stones, like drowning, but he wore it. He looked out at the people, his people now. I can't give you back what you lost, he said, but I promise you this. No more silence, no more protection for monsters, not anymore. They cheered, but Michael didn't feel like celebrating. He just felt tired and sad and responsible. That night, he visited Sarah's grave. He knelt in the dirt. I don't know if you'd be proud of me, he whispered. I became what I hate, a killer. But maybe that's what it takes. Maybe that's the price. The wind moved through the trees. Somewhere, a bird sang. Life kept going, even when it shouldn't. Michael stood, brushed the dirt from his knees, walked back to the palace, to the throne that wasn't his, to the kingdom that needed something better than what came before. He couldn't bring Sarah back, but he could remember her and make sure she wasn't just another forgotten girl by a river. That would have to be enough.
Hi there, I'm Lily. If you enjoyed this story, please follow, like, and subscribe for more.